I did not realize how many fragrances I had, but I couldn't see them all because they were everywhere throughout my house. Now I have got this really cute fragrance organization and storage wall. Hang out with me while I put it together from start to finish using a blank wall in my walk-in closet. I got these different shelves from Amazon. They're two different brands, but I wanted to make sure that I had like shorter ones and some longer ones. So I put like 2 rows of the shorter wall hanging thing. What do you call these things? The like floating shelves. And then I put 2 longer floating shelves at the bottom. I kind of like estimated how much I could do before I even started this by just measuring how much I feel like I could fit based on my Bath and Body Works fragrance mist. That's like the tallest fragrance I have. So I felt like that was like a good way of measuring what I could fit. Now I'm going ahead and removing as much as I can from the space. This is kind of like how I had half of my fragrances, which was just them laying out. They were just kind of sitting out in clear bins, but it wasn't organized at all. And the other half of it was like in my bathroom, in my beauty room, all sorts of places. So I needed to get it together. Then I had this whole bin of fragrances. Some of them were just empty boxes that I needed to break down and do just cleaning out just in general. And then some of them were full. Like I didn't even realize that I bought this Fleur set, and then I also had another full size. There were some duplicates going on, and some of them I just had to give to like family and friends because I didn't realize that I had duplicates of fragrances. It was just a lot. Like that's the whole thing. I didn't realize what I had because it was just everywhere. Anyway, my whole idea was like, okay, if I could figure out how to maximize the space using clear acrylic trays and the floating shelves, maybe I can put together like a visual story of my fragrances, and I would make it easier for myself when I'm looking for a fragrance in the morning or for an event or for a pairing. I was trying to kind of do both at the same time, like figure out where things could go and taking a look at what I have. I feel like this has to happen in sections, in like different times, because I have to get used to it for a while. Like the first day was just me putting things together. This day is a completely different day where I'm just trying to put everything out that I have, because I know I can't do organization and like figuring out what I have in my collection at the same time. Initially, I thought that I was, but this took forever just putting things out. So I was like, I don't have time to actually make it look nice. I'm just gonna go ahead and put everything out that I have and then live with that for a few days and then come back and see if I can do some organization. So that's what you're seeing right now. Just me putting everything out, getting everything out of boxes that need to be out of boxes and just sitting with it for a little bit. And that helped. especially because like doing all of this in one day was just not going to be possible. I feel like we as in like the beauty community have gotten way too used to buying full size products blind, because obviously like fragrances don't come in store right away. And so if you want something right away before it sells out, or to talk about it, if you're a creator, then you end up blind buying a lot of stuff. And that could end up in disappointment because you may not end up liking how it wears on you. So I'm going to try to do more of the travel sizes, more minis, more discovery sets. It's not exactly the best deal most of the time, but I can at least know that I'm going to use it up and I can get my thoughts on it and then decide if it's like worth a full size. The other thing that I wanted to incorporate as I completely like build this new wall is a space for my jewelry. On the other side of this wall, I have a jewelry case for like my everyday jewelry, but I needed some storage for some of my like cutesy jewelry that's maybe seasonal or more colorful. And I decided to go ahead and repurpose these Sephora Beauty Insider boxes. These are the boxes that come with the items you get when you get stuff from like the rewards bazaar, and usually like the bigger items, the ones that are like 1,000 points, 2,000 points or higher. And I've got a few of those boxes that I've saved because I love them so much. I just feel like they're cutesy boxes. So I decided that I wanted to put some of my cuter jewelry, more fun jewelry in those boxes just so that I can keep them in the same space. I love mini fragrances. I will get a mini fragrance in a minute, even though it's not necessarily the best deal because per ounce, mini fragrances, travel fragrances tend to be really expensive versus like getting even a 1.7 ounce or even like a 1 ounce size of a fragrance. It's always a better deal to get like a full size fragrance than anything, but I love having minis. Like I love being able to like throw them in a bag, travel with them, but I also like being able to try different fragrances. I am the type of person where the fragrance that I wear depends on the mood and the occasion, not necessarily the complete scent profile. I do not want to graduate from this fragrance wall. This is already more than any one person could need. So when I start thinking about new fragrances, I really want to be using what I have and using up some fragrances to then add more. I think that's going to be like my new philosophy because I don't want to just get into the habit of having more just to have it or just to feel like I'm part of the community. When it comes to fragrance types, I pretty much have everything. Some that are eau de parfums, some eau de toilettes, some fragrance mists, a little bit of fragrance oils, but I kind of just go with whatever smells good, whatever I'm feeling. But I know that that also means that in terms of my collection, it's not exactly the most expensive collection, or like I don't have a type of fragrance. And that's probably because I change my fragrances, like I said, with a different day, with a different mood, with a different vibe, depending on what I'm wearing, depending on the season. What do you do? Do you find that you gravitate towards a certain type of fragrance? Like, do you prefer fragrance mists over eau de parfums? I know some people don't like having full perfumes because the scent is too strong for them. Or are you the opposite, where you mostly do eau de parfums, eau de toilettes, because fragrance mists just don't hit for you and don't last for you? Let me know. Let me know, what do you all do for your fragrance storage? Like, where are you keeping your fragrances? Where have you found it to be the most helpful and useful for you? Is it better for you to have your fragrances in your bedroom or in a different space? Do you have them covered in a space that doesn't let in too much light or doesn't let in too much moisture? Adding my final touches here, I decided to use a plastic wine glass to put some fragrance strips or scent strips in, just because even though it's my collection and the fragrances, I don't actually know how all of these smell. I know that sounds wild, but depending on the day, I may want to test out whether I want that fragrance for the day or see if it's a vibe that I'm looking for. And I have friends and family that come over, and if they want to smell something or see if it's their vibe, I'm going to keep the fragrance strips, and I put a pin in there as well. Let's go back to the beginning. I put up 6 open shelves, floating shelves in my walk-in closet on the right side, and they all did come with those covers, those like white covers to put over the screws, but I don't care about that because they're always going to be covered. Then I went through and put everything out just to make sure I had everything out, and kind of started placing things where I thought they would go, but I realized later that really getting everything out of their boxes was going to be the best way to see how to organize it. And then we ended up with the organization. This turned out so cute. I love this so much. This was fun to do. It took me a long time to do it though, but I think it turned out really well, and I can just grab fragrances every day and try something new. I really feel like at this point, I'm going to do like a fragrance of the day type vibe and just try each and every one of my fragrances. Some of them I already know that I love and I already know like what the vibe is, but some of these are really new and I really need to start using them like for the day. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think of the fragrance wall? Where do you store your fragrances? And of course, follow at Nubelease on all social media platforms and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you soon.